Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Glad to have you. Dare I say it? Should I say it? No, I think I'll say it. Should I shouldn't? Well, no. I mean, why? Okay. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Welcome. Today, in this video at 12:20, we are going to be talking about Bogglejube Agugulu. I think it's like Bogglejube Markovic or something. Carlo Madkovic. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the C.J Mcollum trade. Are we totally honest? A little inconsequential, if I'm being totally honest. As I just say, honest. A little inconsequential, and I kind of like it for both teams. I'll say it. No. I'll say it. I guess I should give you the trade details. Sorry, I just totally zoned out there for a sec. I've been up since 5, and it is, once again, I'm not tearing out my hair, it's dead hair. It's once again 12:18, but yeah. The New Orleans Pelicans are trading C.J Mcollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second-round pick to the Washington Wizards for Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, and the number 40 pick. Now, for the Pelicans, I think this is a totally fine deal. The Pelicans need somebody, basically in Jordan Poole's role, somebody who can score, somebody who can shoot, somebody who can pass, somebody who can maybe defend in the right situations, and somebody who can be just an impactful, beneficial offensive player. What is Jordan Poole? Somebody who can shoot, somebody who can pass, somebody who can score, and somebody who can be a decent defender in the right situations. What is Jordan Poole, if not better C.J Mcollum? Now, for the Wizards, I know I'm going through this sort of quick, but again, to me, it's sort of inconsequential. For the Pelicans side, a lot of it depends on what they do with Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. Do they trade Zion? Who do they take at center? Or do they take a center? Do they take, if like a Con falls, for example, do they take a Con? Do they, sign a point guard in free agency? Like, I don't know. I'm not sure what their role is for Jordan Poole exactly. I could see them moving on from him. Like, I guarantee you there's going to be plenty of teams who have interest in him. But as of right now, I like the fit. I think Jordan Poole, at this point, is just better C.J. McCollum. C.J. McCollum is washed. C.J. McCollum really wasn't very good for them towards the end of his time there. And ultimately, I just think this is a good trade, value-wise. C.J. McCollum, Kelly Olynyk. I like Kelly Olynyk, but he doesn't make a ton of sense with that team. If Zion could play the center, okay. Spacing-wise, fine, but Zion's so poor defensively that, you really can't put Kelly Olynyk at center. So, I like this. In theory. Again, in execution, I worry a little bit just about, the offensive role for Poole, but in theory, I like this. For the Washington Wizards, I think this is a great indicator that they are once again just going to tank their asses off. Now look, this honestly could be the next year the last year, that they tank their asses off. Let me explain. Chris Middleton took his player option this year of about, I think, $32 million. Expired after this year, unrestricted free agent. C.J. McCollum, his contract this year is about the same. I apologize, I looked this up earlier, but $30 million this year. Okay, he's expiring. Washington was I'm sorry, y'all. I'm so tired. You're gonna want to see this. C.J Mcollum just got traded. No, I just want to see. There. No, that's not what I wanted to say. I'm so sorry. I should have done this before. Thought I had it pulled up. I'm dumb. Here we go. Okay. So for next year, their most expensive contracts are going to be Chris Middleton at 33. Jordan Poole is making 31, but he had another year left on his deal, while C.J Mcollum is making about the same in ends this year. Marcus Smart at 21, expiring. Corey Kispert is under contract until 2029. I should say Marcus Smart, $21 million. Corey Kispert is under contract until 2029 with $13 million. Rashawn Holmes expires this year with $13 million. And then after that, it's just a bunch of rookie contracts. Like their next expensive one is Alex Sarr. So if we count that up, call it 33 plus 31, 64, 85 with the Smart contract, 98 million with the Rashawn Holmes contract. Like, that's a lot of money to get off of. I think this is a totally fine move for the Wizards. I think C.J Mcollum is a pretty good comp for a guy like a Bub Carrington or A.J. Johnson. I think, by all reports, he's a really good vet. He can teach the guys up. I think him and Marcus Smart could have a big impact on some of the guards and some of the younger players on the team. It's hard to quantify that, and ultimately, it's hard to know for sure because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm not in the Washington Wizards locker room, as fun as that may be. But, yeah, contract-wise, I think this makes a ton of sense. I'll look up future free agents, but, you have some guys who are younger with motivation issues. And now you have two small, feisty guards who are going to come in there, whoop some ass, and then expire at the end of the year. But yeah, let's take a look real quick at the top free agents. So number 1 is Luka, but he has a player option. He'll pick that up, I'm sure. Paolo, restricted. Jaren Jackson Jr. is interesting because he, I believe, is unexpired and still has not been extended. De'Aaron Fox, expiring. Chet, restricted, but Kevin Durant, expiring. Trae Young, player option. Kyrie Irving, well, I guess that's done now, but Damian Lillard, player option, an option. LeBron, Zach LaVine, James Harden, Mikal Bridges, Norman Powell, Tingus Pingus, we'll talk about later. Nikola Vucevic, next video I'm saying. Austin Reeves, player option. Naz Reid, Lou Dort. He's a team. They'll pick that up. He's on too good a contract. Jay Randall, Bradley Beal. Well, he'll probably pick up that player option, but Fred VanVleet. Funny enough, C.J McCollum, if you want to re-sign him. Andrew Wiggins, Hartenstein. He's on the team, I guess. Colin Sexton. There's plenty. P.J. Washington. There's plenty of good free agents coming up. Kobe White. There's a lot of good free agents coming up. That's going to be a very impactful free agent class. And when you have $98 million and, potentially more coming up, I think you can make this team very good. I really do. I should also say they get off of the Sadiq Bey contract, which is about $6 million. Whoever they are going to bring in the draft is going to end up making about that, if not a little bit more, so I'm not really counting him in. But, yeah, contract-wise, I love this. I think it would be dumb if they do, but depending on who they draft, how well they play, and how well guys like Sarr, how well guys like Bilal, Bub, AJ, Kaishan, my go, Anthony Gill develop, this could be the last year we see the Washington Wizards tank. So I'm interested to see what they do coming up. Maybe, they just continue to tank and have a ton of cap space. The owner's going to love that, but who knows? The Washington Wizards are a team to keep an eye on for me. I should say, I think they are going to give Tristan Vucevic, it's not Vucevic, but I heard somebody say Vucevic? I think it is Vucevic. I apologize. Probably guarantee his contract. I could maybe see JT Thor. I doubt Jalen Martin, but yeah, no, they have some money to play around with this year as well as next year. So, yeah, Washington Wizards, team to look out for, and the Pelicans. If Zion stays healthy, I think Jordan Poole's a great fit. I am interested to see if acquiring the depressed penis Sadiq Bey changes their minds on trading Trey Murphy or Herb Jones at all. I don't think he's a good enough player, and coming off an Achilles or ACL, one of the two, coming off a substantial injury, we'll say, I don't think it should affect it. But I'd be curious if this does, motivate Joe Dumars to trade one of those two guys more. So this is an interesting trade. I actually really like it for both teams. I'd give probably at least a B+ for both. Yeah, honestly, I'd go A for both, honestly. I'd go A for Washington, B+ for the Pelicans. No. I'll say it. No. I'll say it. No. I'll say it.